Fellow Digidestined, my Digimon sealed only Slide-Deckvolution series came under attack from Virus Digimon. They destroyed my old computer. My old editing streaming PC was dead. They completely wiped out almost all the footage, but thankfully I found most of it except the dual footage, which made me debate whether an episode was worth releasing or if I should just cancel the series. And then I found it. I found the dual video, but not the audio or my outro. So I have, rambled on through the duels in this episode, but I promise you guys in the outro, I go over some changes I'm making to the series, as well as kind of a sneak peek discussion about what I'm going to do for episode 3. And I hope you guys enjoy this episode because I promise you, the Digimon sealed only Slide-Deckvolution is only going to get better from here. Hey everybody, welcome to Trial Gaming. I am Bomb4, and today we are back with episode 2 of the Digimon sealed only Slide-Deckvolution series. Honestly, episode 1 probably could not have gone worse. Pulled very few things to actually go into our deck. We went 0-3 in our first matches ever. I mean, honestly, these were the first, besides I played one duel against CrossFlux prior to recording. Other than that, these 3 other duels were my second, third, and fourth duels ever. So expecting anything but old losses probably would be tough, especially in a sealed-only environment. But guys, honestly, when it comes down to it, I am enjoying the game. So I think I could lose for quite a few episodes and not mind. I'm literally having so much fun watching gameplay, learning about the cards, interactions, building the decks. See, I don't know if my gold deck lists are actually correct or the most efficient for the decks I'm building. But I'm having a lot of fun doing it, so I think in the end, that's what matters. Honestly, when it comes down to it, 2 top-like comments got to decide 2 very important things. The first gets to decide what deck our secondary deck will be, which we will have to use today because we went 0-3. Now, to reveal that deck, Shazam TCG was the top-like comment and chose Beelzemon and Purple. So, that's the tip. That's it. That's our secondary deck. Beelzemon Purple. Now, honestly, I went to go build it, and we'll look at the gold deck list in a bit, but the second top-like comic could decide 5 of the packs. Well, New Awakenings, BTO8 was decided, which is useful because there's a lot of cards for our first deck, but also some for our second that's usable. Patreon also got to decide packs. Now, my current members Patreon really don't know Digimon that well. So I suggested them BTO7. They agreed. So BTO7 is the pack for the Patreon. So we have 5 of those, 5 of BTO8, and of course a starter because we are building a new deck. I am super excited. Beelzemon is, I think, a lot of people's favorite, one of their favorite Digimons, just because who doesn't like Containers when he pulls out a toy gun and transforms into the giant massive cannon that we all love. Not to mention Beelzemon is just cool. Impmon was a lovable scamp, and Purple has some really cool Digimon. And the power levels in the deck vary, as well as we can use the cards we packed from the first episode. So, I also have to look through the other cards we pulled, not only the cards we're pulling today, to build that Purple deck. Not to mention, we could pull some good yellow support that could be added to the yellow deck that we have sitting in the rings. Honestly, guys, though, Rapidmon, love you. But the Rapid Yellowmon deck is taking a back seat. It is still the primary deck, but for this episode, we have to use our freshly built Purple Beelzemon deck. Let's switch over, guys, and we'll look at the gold deck list. Hey there, everybody. This will be our Beelzemon Purple gold deck list. Now, obviously, gold deck lists can change depending on new sets, new ban lists, and other things that could cause the deck to change. But, okay, guys, this is what we're currently looking at. Looking at our Digitama deck, okay guys, our little 5 Digi-Eggs, we have 4 Pagumon. Now obviously Pagumon, this is from the starter deck 6. Guess what? I bet you guys can't even guess what starter deck we're opening today. That's a little bit of a, I guess that's just giving away what we're opening, for the starter deck. I already did talk about the packs. I guess the only thing you guys don't know is what's the card I was able to buy. Because I was able to buy one single for this, and I have a reason behind that, and some of you may not like it, but yeah. Demi Meramon is our 5th Digi-8 for our Digitama deck. Now, honestly, a lot of you guys, if you watched episode 1, probably knew we pulled a Demi Meramon. But we pulled a BT, I think it was a BT08? I think it was a BT08 Demi Meramon. This is actually the BT3 Demi Meramon. This has a better effect than the BT08, in all honesty. Moving on from there, our next guys, well, our level 3s are Impmon. All Impmon. And, you know, we obviously have a very, very, well, you have to play every Impmon that's available. That's good. I mean, honestly, I was going to try to make it sound like, oh, yeah, we have a wide variety so we can have a no, we just need to see as many Impmons as we can. And these are the good Impmons. Impmon from EX2, probably one of the best ones. But, I mean, all of them are good for their own reasons. Like, I can't say, oh, yeah, no, this one isn't good. Moving on from there, obviously BT6 and BT2. Of course, we need Impmons to go into, as you can see him picking out there, our Beelzemon. So Impmon, very important. We want to see as many of those as possible, so we max out there. Going now, I do want to mention Eismon. Now, when I was building the deck, I didn't look at the ban list first. I've had this bad habit, just like I did with the yellow deck, where I was building this, I was like, oh man, these Eismon and Eismon scatter mode are cool. Good effects. I mean, obviously I know Eismon from the anime, but when I was talking, I was like, oh man, these Eismon have really great effects. I gotta play 4 of each. And I was building the deck, I was thinking, okay, gotta build these. You know, we wanted trash cards in our hand, so I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. Now, Eismon, the regular one, not scatter mode, is limited. When I was built this deck, I had 4 of each. So obviously, we have 4 Eismon scatter mode from BT7, and we have 1 Eismon from BT7. But I needed another level 4. I need 3 other level 4s to fill in this gap. So I decided Black Gotemon. This is mainly because at security at the end of battle, I can play it without paying its memory costs. This is just in case these get hit, I can swing in. And I like Gotemon, and Black Gotemon is such a really awesome card that I just absolutely love the artwork. I love Black Gotemon in general, and I couldn't resist. Then, of course, we had Lady Devimon. Again, when Digivolving trigger, draw 2, trash 2. Very strong card. I actually think that is our only level 5, but I think it's the only level 5 we need because most of our level 4s probably won't see the light of day, and if they do, a quick Black Gotemon into a Lady Devimon can further extend. Now, going to our Beelzemons, let's not scroll down all the way. We have our EX2 Beelzemon, as well as going to our other level 6, our BT2 Beelzemon. Now, honestly, I have to say this artwork looks absolutely sick. But yeah, no, obviously Beelzemon is the main core of our deck. You want to be able to just delete stuff, be able to get over stuff, and of course going into blast mode. Now, of course, we're running blast mode when it's trash, delete when your opponent's level 4, delete all your opponent's Digimon with the highest level when it's Digivolving. For every target crash gains plus security, this is just to dominate. Also, it gets to show off its awesome gun, which I'm amazed is just... I know there's other artworks, but yeah, man, the gun is probably one of the coolest weapons in Digimon. I mean, a lot of Digimon have cool attacks, but for the weapons, a lot of them are pretty plain looking in my mind. His gun is one of the most detailed, excellent weapons in Digimon. Of course, you can't have Impmon and Beelzemon without its lovely tamer, Ayamako. Ayamako are adorable, but what's most importantly is gets its memory boost to 3. When you attack, you may suspend the same and trash the top card if the attacking Digimon is Beelzemon or Beelzemon Blast Mode. I mean, a Beelzemon, you may Digivolve into Blast Mode from in your trash for Digimon cost 3. This is great. You're able to get Blast Mode off for half its cost. And I mean, even if you don't use, we are going to use Blast Mode, but even if you didn't, it's a memory boost for purple. Jack raids, 0 cost. Gain 1 memory for every 10 cards in our trash. We're probably going to have a lot of cards in our trash. And, yeah, funny enough, between our 2 decks, and I'll bring this up now, BT4 is probably one of the least seen sets for our 2 decks. And I'll explain that with the card I craft. But Missed Memory Boost is next, BT8. Honestly, guys, trash 2 cards to deck, draw 1, and then delay, obviously, put a battle area activate effect. Then you're able to trigger, gain 2 memory. Just another memory boost. And then our last one is Death Stinger. Of course, discard trash, gain 1 memory, and delete one of your opponent's level 4 lower Digimon. For every 10 cards in trash, add to the maximum level Digimon may choose with the effect. This is, of course, from Ep.2, Digital Hazard. Honestly, I think this is a well-rounded deck. It really does focus on Itmon and Beelzemon. Eismon, honestly, wish we had 4 of them, but I think that would be a little too overpowered. But hey, I think the Black Ottomon will work out. Lady Devimon's not bad, and we have some great option cards. And Ion Mako's the only tamer we need. Now, obviously, we can't build this deck in 1 episode. So, guys, let's switch over the pack opening. All right, guys, so our 1 single we purchased is actually Jack Raid. Now, the reason I got Jack Raid, as I said, BT04 is outside of the starter deck, a set I don't feel like we really will want to go into that often. So I just thought, because a lot of the ones we need are just commons, it's best to buy them single early on. Because I don't want to start buying any of the super high cards, high rarity cards, and pull them. So I thought I'd start off with buying some of the commons. Much like with the yellow deck, the first commons we will buy are probably either the Blinding Ray or the Yellow Memory Boost. But this is our single we purchased, Jack Raid. So that is a purple card already added that will definitely go on the deck. Of course, we have 5 BT07 Next Adventure and 5 BT08 New Awakening, as well as we have the starter deck Venomous Violet. Now, I'm going to push these off to the side here. It's time we open starter deck Venomous Violet. I am trying a slightly different camera angle, so let me know what you guys think about this. I'm trying a more top-down approach, but I don't know if this angle is right or if I should probably try to change the angle. You guys let me know down below. Oh, is that it? Oh, sweet. That opened up very neatly. So, obviously, as I said, BT04 comes into this. So, we will have a chance to see Jack Raid, one of the other 3 we need, or one of the 2 Blinding Ray. But first, the starter deck. Now, obviously, the Pagumon are the biggest thing we need from this, but this is a pretty good starter deck that we can build off of. So, obviously, let me move the BT04 off. We'll open that off in a second. Cards we absolutely need for either deck will go into 2 piles. The rest will go. Actually, I'll still just divide by color, I think. So, obviously, we have 4 Pagumon. Thankfully, this is needed for the deck. 4 Demi-Devimon. 4 Gabumon. 4 Dracmon. Electmon in its alternate virus colors, which is pretty cool. We have 4 of those. We have 4 Garurumon. 4 Yokomon, which is just Cubimon in its virus colors. 2 Devimon. 4 Kyukimon. 4 Skullsodomon. I like these little, like, gold, rare Garurumons. 2 Venomiotismons. Crest Garurumon Hollow. We have 2 of those. Wow, that foiling is really sticking. That did not want to slide. We have 4 Matashita. 4 Deathclaw. And 2 Nailbone. Of course, we have the rules and all that stuff, but this will just go on the side for now. So, obviously, man, purple deck. I wish this could go. Boom. There we go. So, we have quite a lot of purple this episode, but we need purple, guys. Actually going to BT04. Now, obviously, from here, we need Jack Raids or Blinding Ray for our yellow deck. So, let's crack into it. Of course, any other cards are still usable, but, So, we have a Galmon, Garpleomon, Phantomon. Hey, Baykrakmon. That's awesome. Oh, Dobumon, Neodevimon, Diatrimon, Sunflowmon, Lobomon, Hair of Dragons. Hey, Issy. Hey, Kari. That's actually not bad. And then, of course, the thing. So far, not a bad start. Now, we will go into the 5 packs of Next Adventure. Pack number 1. Now, obviously, from Next Adventure, we need Eismon and a bunch of yellow cards. The Eismon Scatter Mode and the regular Eismon. We as well as need Pokemon. That did not come out right. There we go. Pokemon, Kazimon, Zephmon, Jetsopimon, Susanamon, and Zoe Orimoto. So here we go. Monotamon, Rendegomon. Hey, a Pokemon. That's actually massive. Massive for a yellow deck. Actually, that should probably go down there. Thunder Laser. Deadly Axemon. Hey, Kazimon. Another big pull for the yellow deck. Korikakumon. Kaiser Leomon. That actually could be usable for a purple deck. Avenge Kidmon. Eosmon. Dorumon. It'd help if I was able to put these in the right places. And then Koichi Kimura. Technically, definitely playable for a purple deck. Okay, moving to the next pack. Hey, got a Kazimon and a Pokemon for the yellow deck. That is massive, actually. Monochromon, Kumamon, Grumblemon. Help if I put it in the right pile. My lord, I keep wanting to put stuff in red, I guess. Flame Memory Boost, Kendo Garurumon, Ultra Turbulence, Thunder Laser, a Zephyrmon. That's a massive pull for yellow. Pride Memory Boost, Stilphomon, Ancient Megatheriumon. Now that's a mouthful. And Magna Garurumon. Cool artwork. Alright, next pack. I think I'm so hyper fixated on what cards we need for the decks that I don't actually look at what like rarities and stuff are, and I should probably freak out more about some of these other ones. Tortomon, Darugamon, King Waymon, another Kazimon, that's massive. Dino Memory Boost, Gigastorm, Bulkmon, dude's bulky. Calling from the Darkness, this is something we might use. Jet Sylphimon, there is Jet Sylphimon, Mugimon, Zori Orimoto, that's a massive pull, and Alt Art, Hercules Kabuterimon. That's cool. That is an art, right? Promo? That's cool. God, I love Hercules Kabuterimon. I love Izzy. He was one of my favorite Digidestins because as a nerdy kid, I really connected with him. I loved like Beatles and stuff, so honestly, that's big. Zoe Otomoto's big, but Hercules Kabuterimon, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, guys, Antilamon, one of my favorite design Digimon ever. Blue Hawaii Death. Yo, me. Chilling on the beach, just trying to die, I guess. You know, Blue Hawaii Death sounds like such like a weird combination because you think, oh, relaxing. You know, you think, oh, the blue Hawaiian waves, and then boom, death. What? Saberleomon, Monodamon, Brachiomon, whoop, Ghostmon, Brave Metal, Fire Drake Strike, Mametairamon, Koromon, Evolution Ancient, and Flamemon. Honestly, guys, I do want to note this. I do plan to add in, I don't know when I'll add it, a rule about trading. I will have a trade thing where I'm able to trade card for other cards. Oh, look at the front. Eismon Scatter Mode. That's big for our deck today. Gigasmon. Orochimon. Pulsemon. Raymon. Hey, Nemon. I wonder if Nemon's going to be any good. Toyagamon. Dipenmon. Kapurimon, so cute. Burning Greymon. Metal Cannon and Metal Greymon. Oh man, that texture's ridiculous. Yo, that's awesome. That's super cool. Now moving to New Awakenings, guys. Obviously from New Awakenings has quite a lot we need for, well, unfortunately not for this deck. New Awakenings, let me check my chart. Yeah, Mist Memory Boost is the only thing we need for purple. Rapidmon, Ophanimon, Fall Down Moan, and Cody Heater are what we're mostly looking for in here. Which, pulling a Rapidmon would be pretty ridiculous. Oh wow, that just completely tore. Wow. Alright, Pulsemon. Fire Rocket. Memory Texture. Surfmon. Mastrianamon. I should probably make a multicolor pile. But Kakimon. Kokuramon. Would help if I could pronounce stuff. Hawkmon. Black Automon. This is not the Black Automon we need, but this is an option, I guess. Surimon. Dark Gaia Force. And Rillis. Moving on to the next pack. I would love to see at least one of the cards from this set that we can use in either deck, even if it's not today. Disaster Blaster. Keratinmon. Thundermon. Gazimon. Candlemon, interesting. Lightning Blade. Snow Agumon. Vmon. Devamon. That could be playable. Hey, Terriermon! Yo-ho-ho! Cutest Digimon ever. Myotismon, we have quite a few of those. And Ophanimon Fall Down Mode. What a ridiculously awesome pull. Putting that in the yellow pile, just because it goes with the yellow deck. Ophanimon Fall Down Mode. That is ridiculous pull, guys. That's insane. Glad we at least saw one of the cards we definitely needed. Yeah, man. That yellow deck is going to be insane next week. Skull Satamon. Skull Marimon. Elecmon. Scorpiomon. Maybe I should have kept the cards for the other decks at different piles so we could have gone over what we pulled. Soulmon. Creepy Betsumon. Greymon. Cherubimon. Whoop, I skipped ahead there. I almost, revealed that. Kokomon. I don't know if you guys saw it. Cyclomon. I just put Greymon instinctively into the red pile. Wait, did I put... Okay, Dark Gaia Force is a duel. I am completely messing this up. Gammamon. And Sucralmon. Okay, 2 packs left of PTO8. God, that Ophanimon Fall Down Mode is ridiculously awesome. A Mist Memory Boost. That's awesome. Acrylamon. Giant Patamon. Organizing stuff. Betsumon. Captain Hookmon. Top Gun. Never was a big Top Gun fan, to be honest, of the movies. Never really was. Fangmon, I think we have I think we legitimately have 5 of these. Crimson Blaze. Hey, Kari! I think I just showed off something there. Samadhi Santi. Sylphimon. And Ryudamon. Saw the yellow, and I was hoping for Rapidmon, but that's alright. Sophimon's pretty cool. Alright, guys, last pack of the episode. Can we pull something amazing? Frozomon, Greymon, Dremogamon, another giant Patamon, Acrylamon, another missed memory boost, that's big, Candlemon, Terriermon, another Black Automon, Eyes Ryodoshi, Flamedramon. Yo, can't this be Rapidmon? And another Ryudamon. I feel like we almost have a playset of Ryudamon, because we pulled one the last time too. We have 3 Ryudamon. Honestly, guys, some great pulls. Yeah, I should have separated into piles so I could show you what we got. Let me do that real quick. So for the decks, we have Pokemon for the yellow. Whoop. Thankfully, we're still only on 2 colors. So for this deck, we've also got Funimon Fall Down Mode, Soryorimoto, Sophimon, Kazemon, Zephyrmon, Kazemon. So for our yellow deck that we are not playing today, guys, 2 Kazemon, a Zephyrmon, Jet Sophimon, a Zoe, Funimon, and Pokemon. We added 7 cards to the yellow deck. Unfortunately, we are not playing that today. For the purple deck, Missed Memory Boost, Missed Memory Boost. Oh, man. Scatter Mode. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we can just put in that isn't for the deck. Obviously, the 4 Pokemon. And a Jack Raid is, I think, all we got for the actual deck today. Not bad, guys. But I'm going to go get a purple deck built, and we'll be back here to go over the deck list. Hey there, guys. It's time to show off the purple deck we'll be playing. Of course, the gold deck list is Beelzemon purple. With no Beelzemon, though, we really can't do that. So let's start off with the Digitama deck. Of course, 4 Pokemon. Obviously, it's kind of what we want. On deletion, trash top 2 cards of our deck. Pretty simple, right, guys? And then the other one is the Demameramon I mentioned earlier that we pulled last episode. Your turn, once per turn, when cards trash from deck, draw 1. Pretty simple. Oh, I should show you the back. So obviously the Digitama deck is using the back, the textured back sleeve with, you know, I want some of that texture gradient in there and make it feel like it's digital. And then obviously the gold border. But this is the Digitama deck. Yeah, guys, going to be pretty solid, pretty simple. This is the first time playing this deck, so I'm not expecting too much. But let me grab all the 3s. I don't know if this is overcompensating because of the amount of 3s I had in my last deck and the fact I didn't see them that often. Maybe this is overcompensation, but first I want to show you the back. This is what the back looks like of the sleeves we're playing. Gallantmon and, of course, Nightmon, Gallantmon, and Beelzemon, of course, is just the regular sleeve with the gold border, but with the gold border, it just looks absolutely ridiculous. So starting off, we have 1 Tsukaimon, 4 of the starter deck Gabumon, 1 BT2 Gabumon, 1 Gazimon. The fact on this thing that your opponent can't gain memory except through tamer effects is ridiculous. The BT, well, let me focus in. BT8 Demi-Devimon, 2 EX1 Demi-Devimons. Oh, autofocus. Hello. There we go. Maybe I should only show 1. You have a Mushroomon. There we go. And then 4. Come on, autofocus. There we go. Elecmon. This is our 3 count. Honestly, I don't know if I'm overcompensating because of it, but yeah, we have, I think, 13 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, we have 15. Wow. But yeah, I don't know if that's overcompensating or what, but these are our level 3s for the deck, guys. Yeah. God, I'm amazed still how good that back looks. It's amazing. Yeah, moving on to our level 4s. We have one Eismon scatter mode. I was hoping to get more of this as well as the Eismon, but have to be patient. And Fangmon, we have 4 of these. Right? Just retaliation. I mean, why not? We have the 2 Digimon blockers from the deck, from the starter deck, as well as 1 Kaiser Leomon. Yeah, I have a feeling because we're probably going to BT7 to look for the, for the Tamer Digievolution cards like this. I have a feeling that we are probably going to see more Tamers and more of those cards. So I am kind of preparing for this deck until we start getting the Beelzemon stuff to see some of the Tamer stuff. But moving to our level 5s, guys. Our ultimates. We have 1 Telemon. Just to be able to play our purple Tamers. 2 Skull Satamon. 1 Neo Devimon. And 2 Myotismon. Those are our 5s for the deck right now. Yeah, I don't know about these ratios yet, but, it's one of those things where you got to test out on display. We have 4 6s. So for the level 6s, we have 2 Venom Myotismon, 1 Crescarurumon, and 1 Mallow Myotismon. Yeah. Honestly, the reason I'm playing the Myotismon is because we have no Kara, and I do want to see the Tamers. So, speaking of Tamers, we do have the 4 Matt Ashita from the starter deck. We have 1 Kari Kamaya, 1 Koichi Kamura, and 1 Yukio Okawa. I thought, why not? I mean, I feel like this deck is going to be a blending of a couple things, depending on how much 07 and BT 7 and 8 we open. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of the Tamers and the Tamer kind of Digivolution cards. So, as well as I have a feeling with 08, we'll see a lot of the Myotis, like the Mallow Myotismon stuff. So, I have a feeling that could be our big focus until we start seeing some of the Beelzemon stuff. But going to our options, we have 1 Jack Raid. This is the card we purchased. This is our single. I know some people might be like, oh, why didn't you just go buy a high rarity one? It's because this set, we're not probably going to open a lot of 04. And the fact we only need 6 cards from it, I think we can easily single purchase those. Not to mention, this is a good low cost impact card that will help any purple deck, honestly. We have 1 Calling from the Darkness. We have, I should just stack them up, 4 Deathclaw, 1 Pandemonium Flame, 2 Miss Memory Boost. I'm so happy we got the 2 of the Memory Boost. And Fight for Your Pride. These are option cards, guys. That is the full deck list. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the duels. I'm going to play test this thing a little bit and do test hands. The biggest reason for that is if I try to set the deck down, the sleeves are sliding. So if I don't do some test hands, don't do some shuffles and stuff, this deck will absolutely slide all over the place. But all right, guys, next up, you'll see the duels. I cannot wait personally to duel with this deck, so hopefully you're excited. Let's switch over to the duels. Go. All right, guys, so as you can see here, obviously, you see some very fast-paced Digimon duels. Now, I want to tell you a tale why these duels are partaking, and I'll cover what happened. This episode I started recording late in November of 2022. Yes, about 4 months ago, if you count the end of November and the fact by the time I'm doing this is what, February 19th, I think it just turned the 19th. So anyways, about 3-4 months. Okay, now obviously you can look at these duels and you can see a giant space on the side, and I want to explain to you why this episode is being released in an incomplete state. In essence, I had dual audio for this. I was going to show you each card that we're dueling with. I was going to have it on the side, and it was going to look amazing. I actually did all that before. If you were aware, my old computer died. I lost some footage for a lot of things, and it really did hurt. Now, I want to be honest about this. I recovered the visual data for these episodes, but not the audio nor the extra graphic stuff. I found the original raw files, but they were missing the audio component. And I decided I wanted to get this episode done really quick. Instead of looking through every single card I could see them play, I just decided I want to get this episode out. It's already been 3+ months. It needs to get out. Because originally I thought this episode was dead. I honestly thought this Digimon series was going to struggle because the second episode got completely corrupted, along with how I've mentioned Overwatch videos, other Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Collector's Journey videos. A lot of videos have been corrupted because of my old dying PC. A lot of the footage, a lot of it was corrupted, gone. Thankfully, I found some files that I had accidentally saved without knowing, the duels of this case, for that. The other stuff I was able to save. The duels I thought were lost, and I really wondered if I should reshoot them, and that's what was taking a few months. I was debating if I should reshoot the duels, just count the wins and move on, because I still had the pack opening. I still had the intro, which is horribly outdated at this point. But when it came down to it, guys, I really have to say that I found the footage. And funny enough, I'm facing CrossFlux in the duel right now. But when speaking with Cross for a series, I actually had a meeting for his Genshin Impact tabletop. If you haven't checked out, check out CrossFlux. His link will be in the description below because he's a duelist in this episode. But, I was late to filming a meeting about the Genshin tabletop game series that's going on in his channel because I found the footage. And I edited it really insanely quick and was like, okay, it's missing the audio, it's missing a lot, but I found this footage. And I was like, I can do this. I'm going to get this second episode out. And I decided, thinking about it, honestly thinking about it, I am going to change the series up a bit. So, how it was going to work is I think each episode is going to maybe be broken up into 2 parts. How that will 100% work yet, I have not fully figured out, to be honest with you, but I have an idea. I have a couple ideas, but I just haven't chosen. So, while the outro of this episode will be newer, just like this audio is, everything before this was recorded pretty much back in November of last year. So please remember any outdated stuff by the time you're watching this, obviously. And I will have said something at the beginning of this video. But it's one of those things, guys, where after finding that footage, I was so thankful that this whole thing didn't have to be scrapped. That this whole thing did not have to be just completely gone. So I decided to just show the duels really quickly, like really quickly, as you can see. Not try to get all the card info because it would take too much time, and I have a lot of other series filming right now. I literally have, outside the Collector's Journey shorts, like 6 other series in the middle of filming or editing to get out. And that's not even counting the stuff I've lined up to film. I'm really working hard on getting good stuff out. So I decided, looking at this, I didn't want a repeat of this issue. Also, that glare is horrible. Oh boy, I just noticed on the duel that that matte card is just completely glared out. Anyways, yeah, no, guys, I really realized personally that I want to change how this is, and that will kind of count in this episode. In the rules originally, it states that, and if you saw the rules, you will, earlier in the episode when I showed the rules would have changed to account for these new rules. Originally, in my rules, I would have had put that when an episode we lose, we get no duel rewards. And I felt that was a little too strict because here we are using this purple deck, and in our normal rules, we would have access to zero, absolutely zero bonus duel rewards. And I thought, no, that's not fair. So I am going to tweak some of the rules around. You probably would have seen them at the beginning of this episode. But I do have video recording changes I'm going to make in the third episode, guys. So hopefully that you look forward to, and hopefully those changes will actually propel the series. But yeah, because this is kind of spoiler here because we're still only in the second match against the second duelist here, Broken Ideas. When it comes down to it, I struggled about wanting to continue this episode and continuing to even continue the series because losing all this footage broke my heart in a sense. And when I found it, it reignited my ideas for this series. So, as I was saying, the spoiler is we win 2 out of the 3 matches this episode. Before the old rules, I thought is because when we get to the second deck, it's going to suck. That really is not the case here, seeing we went 2-1, and I think all the duels were, I think we went 1-2, we lost the first one. We went 2-1 against, first against Cross, we went 1-2, lost that. I believe here against Broken Ideas in the last one, we went 2-1 winning. And then I believe in this one, I think it's a 2-0 outright. I have sped it up to only like 10 minutes of footage, so I'm trying to, I haven't talked about the games themselves, so now I'm going to try to talk about the games a little bit and spoil a little bit since we only have like 3 minutes left in the actual duel footage, not 3 minutes left in the episode. But I believe we go 2-0 here, which going 2-1 out of all 3 matches and going, 5-3 on each individual duel, like, going 1-2, 2-1, and then 2-0, I think is really impressive. And when I was rewatching this footage, especially that I thought I lost it, I rewatched the footage without audio, which is, it's so tough. It's the reason I didn't get the card information as I had before, is because it was just painful to try to pause, write it down, because I no longer had the deck info. And so I promise you guys that will change. But when it comes down to it, we found ourselves winning 2 out of the 3 matches, and I believe those duel rewards should count. So that will be one change, is that the duel rewards will count when we lose all our matches in a previous one to help progress the series. So there's going to be some rule changes there, including some of the product we get access to when we win and lose. So there will be changes there, and that will have been shown at the beginning of this episode, but will be covered next episode. And of course, I just want to say, anyone who's a Digimon fan, what you're seeing here is not the final result of what I want from my episodes. This is just the raw footage, because I record like this before touching it up and adding the card stuff. And I decided this footage, which isn't that bad to be honest, I've seen worse footage recorded for games and stuff. I think it works pretty fine. But I just want to say to those who are watching this, next time, these episodes will be different. And it is going to be an experiment for episode 3 on, how do I say this? How I'm going to release them. It will be very experimental in my mind for my channel and what I've done. So I hope you guys look forward to the experimental episode 3 and how it's laid out and how it's released. It's going to be different than this episode, and it's going to be different than almost any other TCG video on this channel. But we're down to the last 20 seconds, guys. I will see you in the outro, where I will talk about what you get if you are a top like comment, if you decide to join Patreon, and some other stuff, guys. But 2-1 in matches isn't that bad. I will take it. I honestly cannot believe we made it here. The outro to this episode. I actually didn't think this episode would ever get made after I lost the footage, after my old computer died. Things got corrupted, things got lost. I lost so many things, and I'm just thankful it got made, done, and it's ready to go out. And I made changes, and we're going to go over the new rules that I've kind of bumped up things to ramp up this series a bit. But I also want to give a big thanks to CrossFlux. Not only was he technically 2 of the duelists I faced in this episode, link is in the description down below, guys. Check him out, because I was also late to his Genshin Impact tabletop game meeting, which I am a part of. I participate as a character named Azure, and I'm super excited. I have a lot of fun with it. So, guys, if you like Genshin Impact, you play it, you love tabletop games, you just like the concept of a Genshin tabletop game, check him out. Link is in the description below for CrossFlux. Honestly, guys, I want to go over this because we are going to change the rules up to have a bigger impact on the series. And almost every part of the rules got touched or tweaked a little bit. And then after that, I'm actually going to give you a sneak peek. Well, I'm just going to announce, per se, but a sneak peek of what the next episode is kind of going to look like. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and you guys can tell me if you like it or not. So, guys, here we go. Digimon Sealed Only Slide-Deckvolution rules. The goal of this series is to aim to become a true Digi-Destined while building 2 decks at the same time. All cards must be obtained through sealed product, with one exception: dual rewards. The 2 decks to be built are the main, which is the main focus to complete first, and the secondary, switch via Slide-Deckvolution for 1 episode. Each time the secondary deck spot becomes open, a comment on the episode decides 1 Digimon and 1 color. I must build a deck around those choices. We have both of ours right now. Note, cards previously open can be used in the new secondary, but no cards can be taken from an already completed deck. Each time a secondary deck is decided, starter deck is allowed to be bought for it. Once the main deck becomes completed, the secondary becomes the new main. And I guess if the secondary is completed, well, then it's already opened. Alright, guys, here's one of our changes here. Packs. Instead of just doing 5, I went to 6. Each box contains 24 packs. If we just opened 5, there'd be leftover packs. So I bumped this up to 6. So each episode, we'd be opening at least half a box between Patreon and the comments decided. So 6 packs of 1 special product each episode is open and decided by a random comment on the previous episode. So your comment on this episode can help decide 6 packs or 1 special product I open in the next episode. Note, this is an exception for when a new secondary deck is selected. Then obviously the first random comment gets to decide the new deck, and the secondary comment will decide the packs or special product. Now, Patreon also gets 6 packs or 1 special product to open each episode, and this is decided by 1 random Patreon member. And the only other way to get packs or anything is through dual rewards. Let's go over these dual rewards. Duels, each episode will feature 3 matches. Reward/punishment depend on results. If we go 3-0 in our matches, we get 10 winner packs. Just a massive amount of packs. And we get to buy 1 single card for the main deck. But we must Slide-Deckvolution to our secondary deck for 1 episode. If we go 2-1, we get 7 winner packs. If we go 1-2, 5 winner packs. And if we go 0-3, we get 3 pity packs. 1 single card can be purchased for the secondary deck, and we must Slide-Deckvolution for 1 episode. Also, Patreon members receive 24 hours early access to this and every other series on YouTube, plus other bonus rewards. So pretty much, I'm leaving it up really quick, guys, because as you can see, 2-1 is what we went today in matches, which means next episode we'll have 5 or 6 packs from Patreon, 6 packs from a comment or a special product, and 7 bonus packs. We're going to be opening a ton of packs in episode 3. I think what I want to do is starting episode 3, and you can let me know what you think about this, splitting the episodes into 2 parts. I think what I want to do is have, well, an intro, like I normally do. the pack opening, going over both the decks, kind of an opening phase. Like we have 2 phases. First we have like the intro, the opening, and we go over how the decks look. And then we have the duels, and they will be a separate video, and it will be a longer video. In the episodes will obviously have a recap. So obviously kind of like with this episode, I'll show the duels sped up. But then I can upload those duels on YouTube. I was originally thinking of locking them behind Patreon. But for right now, I think I'll just upload each duel on YouTube if the person's comfortable with it. And like the full episodes. And if they are comfortable discussing and talking and they are open to our conversation being on YouTube, then I'll put up the full thing. If they are not comfortable, then I will just narrate it with my really bad narration job. So I'm thinking about that. Like having the actual episode 3, kind of like this episode. The intro, we open up the product, we go over the decks, the gold deck list. We go over the actual deck we'll be using on this episode. And then we'll have a really quick 10-minute recap of the duels, just kind of showing like them really sped up. And then the outro. And then for people who want to watch the full duels and maybe hear conversations with me and my fellow Digidestined out there that are dueling with me, those can be released as well. Let me know what you guys think about that. But honestly, comment on this episode, guys, and you can control 6 packs or 1 special product that we get over next episode. Why not check out Patreon? It is paid. It is not free, but it's in the links description below. Check it out, guys, if you're interested. And please, guys, check out CrossFlux. And if you have any interest in Genshin Impact tabletops, check him out. The series is right now going to see improvements. We have a lot of improvements and a lot of story stuff planned. I promise you, you will enjoy it. And even if you just put it on in the background to listen to it, I think it's actually pretty good and it has some moments in it, but I might be biased because I'm in it. But guys, to all my other Digidestined out there, thank you. And tag out.